Hello, Scorpio, Medicine here. Just like to say thank you so much for dropping by. We are here to do a card reading for this lunar month coming up between April 5th and May 4th, 2019. And we want to get some insights and understanding um, as to the nature of this month as it pertains to you, as it pertains to Scorpio. So, how does this lunar month happening between April 5th and May 4th, 2019 pertain to Scorpio? How does this lunar month happening between April 5th and May 4th, 2019 pertain to Scorpio? How does this lunar month happening between April 5th and May 4th pertain to Scorpio? Okay, this was the first card that wanted to pop up. Ooh, the High Priestess. Two of Cups. In reverse, and then you got the Page of Swords. You've got the Seven of Swords in reverse. And then you've got the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. You've got Strength in reverse. You got the Ace of Pentacles in upright position. You've got the Queen of Pentacles in upright position. And you've got the Knight of Swords in reverse. Okay, so first things first, there's definitely some dream that you're trying to go for here during this lunar month. There's definitely some insights that you receive. There might have been some questions that you might have been asking as far as, what to create, what to work on now, what to do now with your life. Um, they're these are just kind of all over the place because then I've also got the Two of Swords is talking about relationship, but also there's a lot of, well, that there's not that many. There's, okay, I've got one, two, three, four, five reversed, and then I've got one, two, three, four upright. So there is definitely a sort of intermixing, like the predominant, there's going to be a lot of changes happening in your life. And they might happen by way of like destructive patterns. Um, they may be happening by way of like things that are causing stagnation. There might be a need for change, but change is very stagnant right now. And I think that's a part of the biggest problem. It's like there's some stagnation that is happening around certain changes that need to happen for you. So there's certain changes in your life that need to happen for you, but there's stagnation around that. And part of what that may be is having to do with really learning to move forward with your life as far as really connecting with the physical. Maybe at this point, at this time, you might have a very difficult time connecting with the physical. The only reason why I say that is because you get the Nine of Pentacles. So there's a difficult time connecting with the physical, Scorpio. There's a difficult time connecting with, your body might not necessarily be in the greatest state for some of you. You might not necessarily have, um, you might want to go, get a checkup. If you're wondering about your health right now and you're watching this, you might want to go get a checkup. You might want to just check on your health, make sure that your health is okay. For others, there's just seems to be this lack of response, this lack of ability to work. Maybe you just feel so tied down, so pulled down by life, constant challenges happening to you that it's like you just don't want to do anything. You don't want to connect to anything. It's kind of like disheartened you a bit. It's kind of like disconnected you from the world, from the physical world in some sense. Like, man, why do I have to work so hard and make all these dreams and aspirations of mine come true? You know, there's just this feeling of like, You know, I'm just not ready for this. Maybe I just need to go back. Maybe I just need to do something. Maybe I just need to work a little bit more. It's kind of like I've been on work mode, but I cannot not be on work mode. Almost, like I can't like just take a second to kind of enjoy life and to kind of allow myself to connect and to the natural surroundings around me, that I just need to kind of like, you know, that I just need to kind of like keep doing what I'm doing because that's safe. That's what I know. Even though at this time, it's really just time for you to stop and kind of smell the roses and just kind of allow yourself to just be for a little bit. Um, because then you get the strength card too, where it's like fear of transcendence. It's like fear of being able to, of fear of domination, fear of sovereignty, fear of knowing that you got this, fear of fulfilling your aspirations, of making your dreams come true, fear of being able to tame, to tame and to soothe instincts and to be able to make the dream work for you versus you working for the dream. It's like all I've known is how to work and do. All I've known is the struggle. I don't know how to not be in the struggle or in the challenges. So there's this fear of like taking the opportunity, fear of taking that moment, to know like, actually I can overcome this, fear of overcoming obstacles, overcoming challenges with the strength card in reverse. Um, and then there's the one, I also, that's also supported with me by the Seven of Swords, fear of detachment from the struggle, fear of detachment from the struggle. There's this knowingness here that I don't have to be a part of this anymore, but it's like I'm afraid of letting go. I'm afraid of not being part of this. That's what these three cards are like relaying to me. I am afraid of being part of not being a part of the struggle. All that I've known is the struggle. I'm afraid of taking my own sovereignty. I'm afraid of taking my own power in my own hands. You've got this opportunity here, the power to take your power back, and you're not taking it. You're not seizing this opportunity for your own personal greatness, for your own power, for your own magic, for your own strength. You're not seizing it. You're just too used to the struggle. Maybe for some of you, you ended up getting caught up so much that it's like you got trapped by the struggle in some ways. But you're just too used to it here. That's what's going on with these three cards. The Seven of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, the Strength card. You are way too used to the struggles, Scorpio. You don't even know how to give yourself permission not to be in it anymore. You don't even know how to give yourself permission to stop and smell the roses and know that everything is going to be okay and that you're connected to all that is, and allow yourself to just know within your heart that you have fulfilled your purpose, that you've made dreams happen, and that you have so much to be thankful for and so much to be grateful for. You've got so much to honor and so much. You're so blessed, but you're not feeling it. You're too busy being afraid to step above, to rise above the struggle and to be the light in your life, that light of inspiration, that light of strength, that champion in your life. You're afraid of being that, Scorpio. You get a new opportunity for some challenges to arise for you, which tells me that you're ready to move to the next level. The Ace of Pentacles is like, I'm ready to move to the next level, but I'm staying within the fear of, I'm staying within the fear, I'm staying within the struggle. I won't allow myself to detach from the struggle. I won't allow myself to get out of that. So whether or not that this opportunity happens for you, or not, Scorpio, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to happen for you or not. It says that you're going to be able to see that this is an opportunity for you to jump forward. The vision is going to come down. You're going to be able to receive it, but whether you actually go for it or not, and hopefully you do. These are at the end cards, so hopefully you do. And then you've also got the Queen of Pentacles here. The Queen of Pentacles that is teaching you how, that is informing you that right now this is a time of burden and a time of struggle, and this is going to be the best way for you to grow. Your growing process is learning how to work through challenges. That's your growing process. So the Queen of Process, the Queen of Process, the Queen of Pentacles. It started with a P. All of them started with a P. The Queen of Pentacles is saying that right now your best path to growth is to learn how to survive. And it's to learn how to deal with challenges. It's to learn how to deal with obstacles. It's to learn how to get disciplined. It's to learn how to be structured. It's learning how to save. It's learning how to be vigilant. It's learning how to ration things out. It's learning to be practical and pragmatic. All of these are tools of survival for you. It's learning how to tap into those latent powers you've got resting within the seat of your soul, Scorpio. You have powers, skills, talents of survival that can help you to carry on. Okay, but you might not necessarily be seeing that right now. However, towards the very end here, it is obvious that there's going to be some of that coming up for you, where your ability to survive is going to be challenged. Someone's going to come into your life, for some of you, who may be very practical. They may be very pragmatic. They may be very, okay, let's look at this. There's still a chance to make all this happen. Yes, you've got some challenges happening here. That's okay. Let's look at this. Let's map it all out. Let's write it all down. Let's get a plan of action going so that we can figure out practical ways to move forward and pragmatic ways to move forward, but ways that are going to be surefire success for you, because that's what the Queen of Pentacles looks after. Surefire success. I want to make sure that this is going to be a success, that every step you take, that everything that you do is going to be working towards making it through this challenge. Because at this point in your life, what you need right now is you need to get a strong foundation. Queen of Pentacles is the best for helping us to get a strong foundation, Scorpio. So it's time to get in, it's time to kick it into gear and to learn how to deal with these challenges, which is obvious that you don't know how to not, work through struggle and work through challenge in a good way. Like you might get so safe and get so caught up in the struggle and in the challenge that you don't necessarily know how to work through it in a good way. Like it becomes you. You get stuck in that space. Like you get stuck. You get stagnant in that. And then for some of you, it's like you're afraid of the challenge. You fear the challenges. You don't know how to move through the challenge. You don't know how to face it. You fear it. And so for some of you, this Queen of Pentacles is coming to you to be like, okay, look, you need to learn how to work through this. Challenges are your greatest teacher. Failure, your greatest teacher. Mistakes, your greatest teacher. So you need to learn how to work through certain challenges in your life. Right now, this is going to be the best for you, to learn how to work through these certain challenges in your life. You're not going to necessarily run into good people here with the Two of Cups in reverse. Or you may be denying yourself of good relationships that might cater to your best outcome, that might help you to expand, that might help you to grow, relationships, romantic relationships that you come into, I'm speaking about, that might help you to expand, that might help you to grow. For some of you, it may be that you are not connecting to, it may be you're not connecting to your inner marriage, the marriage within yourself that is between you, your inner masculine, your inner feminine, like the marriage between those two. But for the most part, this card speaks about dating, and it speaks about creating emotional security in your life for yourself. It's a progressive card, and the Two of Cups in reverse is like, I'm denying that. I am denying the potential. Like the potential is right there before my eyes, but I'm not seizing the opportunity to create, to unite, to join in relationships, romantic relationships that have the potential for expansion and for growth in my life. There's a positive, like I'm denying myself of it. I'm blocking myself of it. Perhaps it's because you don't necessarily trust in the relationships part anymore. Scorpio, sometimes it's hard to allow yourself to want to be in a relationship. Although you may need to be in a relationship, you can't always do it all by yourself. Sometimes you need it. Sometimes getting into an intimate relationship is going to help you grow and expand in a better way. And and for some of you, this could be pointing to this could be interchangeably pointing to someone who maybe is just not good for your life. Maybe you're entering into a relationship that is just not good for you. So there's always that possibility too. for some of you. And then it's also like you got the Page of Swords here, which tells me, okay, I'm learning to communicate. I'm learning to use my words. I'm learning how to think. I'm learning how to be reasonable. I'm learning how to be logical. I'm learning how to be sensible. You know, good messages come in with the Page of Swords. So expect some good messages to come in for you by way of like text message or phone call or email or face-to-face contact with someone. Someone is going to send you a message by word or by voice or by letter, verbally or letter or something to that effect. Someone's going to be sending you some sort of message here for some of you. Um, uh, and I mean, the message may have to do with things that are going on here, that there may be some opportunities here later on for you. And that maybe if you just hold on, there's going to be some opportunities later on for you in order to grow. But it's kind of like you've got to be willing to go through the challenges and go through the struggles in order to get through. For some of you, you need to be willing to go through the challenges and be willing to go through the struggles. But then at the same time, you need to, in order for you to go through certain challenges, though, Scorpio, and certain struggles, you've got to be willing to let go of the old ones. You can't get stuck, because the Seven of Swords to me is really big on you're stuck in the old struggle. You're stuck in the old struggles. You're stuck in old challenges. So you're not creating space to be open to the new challenges and the new struggles that are happening ahead of you, because you're too busy stuck in what's behind you. You need to get out of that. You need to stop being stuck in what's behind you and allow yourself to free space and create space to be open to what's in front of you. There are some new challenges. There's some new initiation. There's some new beginnings happening for you, and you need to allow yourself to be open to that, Scorpio. You need to give yourself that freedom to be open to it. I just noticed that something. I got the Knight of Swords here in reverse, and I've also got the Page of Swords. So here's something that came to mind for me. It's like I'm learning how to communicate. I'm learning how to use my words. I'm learning how different languages to use certain forms of technology, but I'm too afraid. I'm too scared to like transcend. I'm too afraid to step above. I'm too afraid to communicate. I'm too afraid to apply that. And so with the Knight of Swords in reverse, it's like I'm retreating from it. It's like I'm running away from it. It's like I'm not allowing myself to do it in a good way. You have this opportunity to learn how to use positive words in a good way, maybe affirmations, but just maybe learn how to use new words in a good way, because it seems like the words that you've been using, that you will continue to use, are not so great. They may not be so good. So you might not necessarily be communicating in a good way for some of you. For others, I mean, I just can't help but to feel like, okay, I got Page of Swords here and the Knight of Swords here. So it's like it started out good, but the progression ended up negative. It ended up bad. It ended up backfiring. And all because of this fear of being able to transcend and being able to own my sovereignty, to be autonomous, to be great. This fear of letting my inner light shine outward before the world, for the world to see. This fear of letting myself, letting dreams come true, like, rising up, like facing challenges and aspiring to become what it is that I will myself to be. This fear of tapping into my willpower. And it's like now it's like the world is just negative. Like the world is just seen in a negative light for some of you, because there's this fear here of being able to tap into that higher power of yours, but yet at the same time you have this inner desire to do so, Scorpio. It's obvious that you have it, because otherwise the Strength card wouldn't have popped up. You have an inner desire to go after what it is you want in your life. You have an inner desire to aspire to be something, to become something, to make yourself greater than what you are, but you don't believe in it. You don't believe in it, and so that backfires. You end up seeing the world as very negative. This world is not for me. You end up seeing it as I don't like the world. You start saying negative thoughts to yourself and to others because you just have no hope and faith in yourself to be able to make yourself really, there's a wounding that's happening there, right, Scorpio? Because the problem is that you won't have faith and strength enough in yourself to know that you are divinely ordered. This is divinely ordered. You have a divine purpose here. Your purpose is divine. That means it's above what everybody else has to say about it. It's above what you yourself have to say about it right now, to be honest with you. And you need to give yourself to divine purpose. It's that fear of being able to give yourself to divine purpose. You've got a lot of doubts. You got not a negative self-talk going on. You got a lot of negative talk as it pertains to your communications with other people. And it's keeping you from being able to see yourself higher, from being able to carry out those feats of strength, to be able to be a legend in your own life, in your own world, to let your own light shine. Your biggest fear is not that you are inadequate. Your biggest fear, your greatest fear is that you are powerful beyond measure. You ask yourself, who am I to be brilliant and smart and intelligent and beautiful all at the same time? And the reality is, Scorpio, who are you not to be? You were born to make manifest the glory of God that lies within you. And as you let your own light shine, you will unconsciously allow others to do the same. That's what this card is about, the strength card. You need to give yourself permission to let your own light shine, because when you let your light shine, you will unconsciously let other people, and they will be inspired by that. They will see you. They will see you. You're a pioneer. You're a leader, Scorpio. There's no reason for you to be hiding within the depths. There's no reason for you to be hiding. You have an opportunity to be outbound, outward. You got an opportunity here to shine the glory of God that lies within you, the glory of great spirit, of creator, of source energy that is lying within you, Scorpio. You've got the ability to let your inner light shine, but for some reason you've been afraid of that. But that's all good. But that's all good because you'll learn something from it anyway, Scorpio. This is all just a challenge for you. Okay? Trust your own understanding. Trust your own understanding I love this card. This is a beautiful card. You know what this card says to me, Scorpio? You've got deeper insight. You may live in fear. You might be in the trauma. You might be in the fear of everything, but you've got this depth. You've got this insight. Hello, Scorpio, right there, right? Depth, insight. You've got this power. You're able to see things from a higher perspective, from a higher point of view. You're also able to see into things. You're able to see into the soul of things. And that is something that the world needs, especially your world, especially the world overall, needs for you to be able to illuminate that. It needs for you to be able to let that shine outward, this ability that you have to be able to see within the depths of your spirit and the spirits of others, the souls of others. So what does this card have to say in the book? The information you are receiving is reliable and accurate. Look deeply into the situation before making any commitments. You have the foresight and ability to discern that there is more here than meets the eye. Everything will be revealed in the appropriate time. Don't feel the need to prove yourself. Be patient and allow things to unfold as they will. Trust in your own observations and knowledge. They hold your truth. Wow. Trust in your own understanding. Trust in your own insights. They do hold your truth. And I feel as if you might feel that. You might know that to be true, Scorpio, because I got all these cards that are saying, okay, I want to break out. The Seven of Swords. It's like, okay, I know that I don't have to attach myself to the situation. The Strength card. I know that I can rise higher. The High Priestess. Insight, psychic awareness. Okay. Also supported by the Queen of Pentacles, who is also a diviner. She is also psychic. She's also got a greater awareness, even though she might be earth-based. Maybe her awareness is more like geomancy, like working with the earth to divine. She might be more earth-based. She might be more senses and sensual-based, but she's still very intuitive. Okay, there's this intuition that you have about you that you're maybe not tapping into. Maybe the problem is that you're not trusting in yourself. which is what the strength card also expresses too. You lack trust in yourself, and yet you have this deep awareness anyway, and this deeper understanding of yourself anyway. Scorpio, you need to learn to trust in your own understanding, trust in your deeper insights, trust in your intuition, trust in your guides, trust in your feelings, trust your feelings, trust what your feelings are telling you. Do not be afraid to express those feelings. But understand, once again, no matter what, whether you lose, whether you win, whether you fall, whether you rise, you're always going to learn anyhow. So let that be your medicine, that no matter what, you are going to learn. And the more that you trust in your own understanding, the more that you trust in your deeper awareness, Scorpio, the more that you will be able to rise, the more that you will be able to shine, the more that you will be able to be illuminate like the sun. I love you very much, Scorpio. I hope this information some way, somehow has helped you and will continue to help you in your waking life. And I hope that I get to continue to serve you in this way. I really do genuinely hope that this information has served you somehow and that it does continue to serve you. Ashugalan. Agalan.